of our players playing with female sprites. I mean, come on, that has to be like anti-Link right there, right?
And we are off. You get a sanctuary item. It's only an arrow booster. However, the bigger item is the first chest in Link's house. It's just some bombs, so they don't have to do any sort of like grinding right away. So that's convenient.
That is really nice to know. I mean, if Dude doesn't find any bombs on his way to Kakariko Village, Aaron already has a small advantage with finding those.
This is the guard post, and we get a map check here. Crystal and Hera, the pendants that we don't care about, are in Eastern and Desert.
Well, which we don't care about just yet.
Yeah, looks like it was a magic from the poultry, so nothing much there. Let's see what the Hoardercraft has. Ah, just hearts. That's one of the worst items to get.
Indeed. I mean, it's good for Dude, though. I mean, he lost half a heart. You can immediately replenish it at one of those crabs, but yeah.
And 20 rubies at Aghanim, not required. But, no, what I was getting at is that there is actually a second item the Hoardercraft has, and, well, with hearts, it's gonna be damn near impossible to get it.
Yeah, that's true. And Dude is setting up for a tier 2 triple here, so it'll be interesting to see what he gets at the, well, just outside the Thieves' Hideout.
Yeah. That should be an interesting item.
And, oh, Dude's lucky there with the 3 bomb drops, so he won't have to buy them either.
Yeah, although that gives AaronDobbe more than enough bombs, and he won't have to buy any at all.
This is very true. Let's see. This saves him about 50 rupees. And, ooh, the hammer! That is an early hammer, and that is really nice to find right there.
Yeah. It's gonna be their main weapon in the seed.
And, ooh, well, I think I'd rather have the single magic pots than the single rupees from the triple. So the tier 2 is worse than the tier 1 tree.
Yeah.
But since we're just starting off, I mean, which item do you think is going to troll these runners at this point?
Let's go with the classic. I've seen bow trolls all over the place. I'm gonna say it's a bow troll.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a weird one. I'm gonna go for Quake, which is required for Mire.
That is neat out there. We have a piece of heart, arrow booster, more bombs.
Well, there goes the theory of buying
and
bombs
the
in the village.
sanctuary heart.
What is Sanctuary Heart doing right there?
I don't know. What I find that hilarious is that the first heart gear they get is the one that gives the full refill.
I mean, I've seen worse ones though, but then again, that one is kind of, well, already trolling the runners a little bit. Not in the sense of an item, but just like it completely fills their hearts, and this time it just didn't have any use.
Yeah, and in the well we have an arrow booster. I like how DududeDude grabbed the wall there to delay himself from getting hit by the explosion. A piece of heart, 20 rupees. Another 20 rupees. And a big 300.
Ah, that's nice. At least now they can buy off the bottle vendor to see what, well, scam he has for them today.
I will laugh at the gold.
He has a one-time offer of 100 rupees for the lamp.
Well, at least they don't have to worry about dark rooms. Although, from what DududeDude's title says, he's not worried about it at all.
So Dude's run is already not as good, because he wanted no lamp.
And the single arrow has been found immediately afterwards. The one arrow that you use to kill Ganon at the end. We just need to find the silver arrowheads to enhance them.
And a bow to fire off those arrows. That would be nice as well.
Yeah. Oh, but they'll need to find that sooner or later. There's no way around it. And a sword has been found.
Sword. That is an early sword.
I had to ask you here, Zernal. Do you go into escape at any point now with the sword and the lamp?
At this point, I would first probably go to Mini Moldorm, and after that, I would definitely head into escape if Mini Moldorm does not pay off. I mean, it's really easy. You can go all the way until the back if you get a small key in the first few chests. Oh, this is interesting to see. Dude is blind going through the race, and Aaron's checking what it is. And Aaron's the luckier one here.
Yeah, it's gonna be minor things like that that's gonna make these runners have a definitive lead or not. Because we're in, I think, the semifinals, or is it the finals? I actually did not keep track.
This is the loser finals, so for the bronze place.
Oh, so it's third place we're going for here. So.
Indeed, and Aaron opting to go to Mini Moldrum, and Dude opting to go to Escape. So, while we both have our way, I mean, I wanted them to go to Dam, and you wanted to see the Escape, so let's see what pays off here.
Yes, I also include the Uncle's Hidden Passage as well, so let's see.
Ooh,
Bombos at the dam.
We can immediately use that at Mini Moldrum Cave.
Yeah. But do you want to? It takes so long.
Well, I think it takes less than throwing away bombs and trying to slash them, so I definitely do that.
50 rupees at the chest guarded, the Hidden Passage chest. And Quake has been found at the Uncle!
There goes my trolley item.
And the heart piece is there. I actually want to take mine one level higher. I want to say the bows and T-Rock. That has happened way too often, and I'm going to just say it's going to happen again.
I've seen that at way too many of my own races, so I don't even see that as a troll at the moment. But yeah, I mean, both our runners taking a different route, and both our runners finding the exact same, aka a medallion. But it's actually nice that you find medallions early on, because that means you don't have to worry about T-Rock or Meyer entrance if they happen to find the stumble across Ether at this point.
Alright, we have a bomb, booster, heart container, another heart container, big 20, F5, and 300 rupees at the first guard checkpoint, as I call it.
So at this point, Mini Moldrum did not seem to pay off, so let's see what, well, if the routing from Dude pays off in the Escape.
Yeah.
And Aaron decides to go for that one chest that a lot of runners decide to skip, including myself, which is Ice Rock Cave. So let's hope for him that it pays off.
I usually get it while I'm in the area.
Yeah, I'm one of the different ones that I always skip it until I have either boots or flute.
And second guard checkpoint has a heart piece, which gave him 4.
But at this point, it doesn't really seem like Escape is having much, nor AaronDobbe's round. So the only thing they logically have left is Agina at this point in Sashla for the progress.
Yeah, you're right. Down to 300 rupees found. That's the third one!
Both the runners taking different routes, but finding the exact same amount of rupees, medallions, and hearts, I think. Oh, yeah, it looks like Dude is setting up a death warp here to go for that one chest in Escape. Oh, and the fire rod! So Dude is having the slightly more value play here than Aaron.
Yeah. Although the odds are against him that he can go all the way through the sewers.
Yeah, because I don't think we've seen either the map or the key, so it's a 1 in 4 chance that he'll find the key.
Yes, meanwhile, AaronDobbe has picked up Quake on his end.
I'm actually curious to see what's in this chest in the Escape, because a lot of players actually forget about this chest, because usually you get a lamp a lot later than when you do Escape.
Yeah. Let's see what it is. It is the small key!
That is interesting. This means that we might have a glove upgrade at the back of Escape. Who put that there, the vanilla key?
I don't know. Who generated the scene? I don't know.
I think we get our lovely admin, I think DT, to look after that. But I don't know if he generated it, so we always have someone else to blame if it's not him, right? And let's see, we do know that one of these 3 chests is going to be the map, but the other 2 ones, that'll be interesting to see. Oh, there we go, the gloves!
And a piece of heart.
So yeah,
you need to open that last chest in the way you did.
this was the correct play because gloves are needed, well, to go through the dark escape. That is not often that you see the gloves locked behind that.
Now the question, now, DududeDude checking his map now. It's that bomb drop. That's a 50%, I believe. But yeah, with those gloves, Zora's also on the sequence now, and they have enough money.
They have more than enough money with the 3x300 drop already.
Yeah, but DududeDude is gonna most likely fake liver up there, but I don't think he will.
I've got a feeling he'll opt to go to Eastern and Sahashala more, because with fake flippering can only go to Zora at this point.
Yeah, what I would probably do is set up the fake flipper, check the island, but instead of going up to Hobo or going to Zora, I would just go up onto the docks that are just south of the entire eastern area and just go up to Eastern from there.
Ooh, Aaron's got to be a little bit careful here with the party he set up with that, well, with the second guard. I think he wants to death ward, but he doesn't need to death ward before he actually has to.
Yeah, that's a little bit smart getting some safety hearts there. He would have died otherwise.
Yeah, Aaron. Oh, there we go. Dude using the bomb boss in the mini Moldorm, and he'll be rewarded with a couple of hearts, just some rupees and a couple of bombs, I think. But I have to say, I do love that both our players are going for the Dark Escape rather than Sahashala and Eastern. And, well, we know it's the correct route, so that's really lovely to see from both of them.
Yeah, indeed.
And we're getting a question from chat here about the Moon Pearl and the fake flipper. Basically, Moon Pearl overwrites the state of swimming at that point if you exit the fairy cave. So with the Moon Pearl, it actually shows you that you're, well, swimming, in parentheses, rather than, well, walking. So that's how the water walking glitch actually works.
Yes, but because they do not have it, they don't necessarily have the means to get those items. They can still go and check Zora because he's on the logic, but that's it. So a smarter play would be to use the fake flippers to go to Sarasala after checking the island, but looks like he's just gonna safe quit.
Ooh, and Aaron getting bullied a little bit by the Ratsu.
DududeDude getting trolled by a landmine, I heard that.
So yeah, I think both of our players were up to go to Sahashala right now, so let's see what he has in his storage today. I mean, basically at this point, the things that are open to them is Zora, Death Mountain, and Eastern Palace. So
oh yeah, Death Mountain's also available, but it's only like 2 or 3 items at most.
At this point, only 2 indeed, because they can check the Old Man and the Spectacle Rock.
And we get some information here. Turtle Rock is our 3rd pendant dungeon.
I wouldn't know if their runners are happy with that, to be honest. I did not see what Sahashala had, apart from the bugnet, by the way, because the restream seems to be hanging a little bit. I don't know if it was for you.
It was for me, actually, as well. I was hoping you caught it.
Okay, so yeah. Let's see what... Oh, one of us going to EP and the other one's going to well, Death Mountain. It's actually funny that both of our runners is going, like, the one way that the other runner is not going. So we're getting a ton of new information.
And our researcher Evalyticos is looking into that little bit of lag that we had as a result. So thank you to him, and thank you also to Michael Volt, our tracker, as well. They are working really hard to keep our information updated. We have the Moon Pearl on DududeDude's end.
That is incentive enough to go for the fake flipper right there.
Indeed.
Oh, and the hook shot for Aaron. That opens up Hera.
That opens up Hera. That opens up the east side of Death Mountain. Ooh.
But I think that the routing that Dude's taking with the Moon Pearl gives a little bit more since it's pendant EP.
Oh, wait. Getting the Moon Pearl on Dude might be a bad thing, actually, now that I think about it.
And, you know, he'll opt to go to the mountains soon enough, I guess, but... Yeah,
no, I'm saying he has Dark World access. He might prioritize that over going up the mountain.
That is true, but if you manage to find a mirror, that will immediately send him up to that mountain, though. But, yeah, it's only a matter of time until Aaron does indeed find a Moon Pearl, because he will get location stuck, and Dude just opened up like the entire Dark World for him.
Yeah, you're right. He won't have that much access, but at the same time, he can get around most of the blocks with the hammer.
Yeah, let's see what's in Paradox Cave. It's usually the well, it's usually the semi-new-ish hype cave.
Yeah, I call it Mountain Hype Cave these days, and we have 20 rubies in the big chest at Eastern Palace.
And I just see we had a 300-bit donation from Ashiralty, so thank you very much for those 300 bits.
Yes, thank you for the support, and it seems that there's something going on Twitch right now in which you get gifts for that, so people are getting some emotes for that, so...
Oh, we'll see all those nice snowman emotes right now, so... Let's hope a lot of people got, well, a couple of nice presents from it.
Yeah, I've gotten a few of them myself. But anyway, we're focused on this, and I missed 2 of the chests already, but we have bomb booster as well.
There were arrows, bombs, rupees, and heart pieces, so it was not that much of a hype cave.
Fortunately. And another 20 rupees there. So we have all the items located in
Eastern Palace.
Yeah.
Well, with Moon Pearl being one of the bigger ones, though, but like, yeah, I do agree with you say. I mean, it does give Dude the ability to get completely sidetracked because of it. And AaronDobbe will probably get locked behind locations in a bit.
Oh, wait a minute, dude, where are you? Is he going? Yeah, he's gonna go take the Dark World over by the Village of Outcasts.
I mean, it's not a bad play per se. I mean, he can effectively clear out both Skullwoods and Thievestown fully.
Yeah, it's not a bad play. He gets on the board, gets a few more items. So we know that hookshot's kind of important.
True.
Meanwhile, Dove is checking Hera in the base in this early basement. There's our big key. So we will not see Tire Room basement unless we have an item there.
Just imagine that Swamp is a pendant dungeon. They will not need hookshot all the way up until Ganon Tower. That would not be good for Dude. Because, well, at this point, Aaron did not...
Check here. Let's see.
There we go.
And yeah, we knew Swamp was required because of the pendant layout, but it's also our crystal, one of our crystals, and I think the other 5/6 was Thievestown.
You are correct about that one. So we know all the 3 pendant dungeons, so we can talk a little bit about the pedestal hype right now. What cannot be on the pedestal is Fire Rod, Ice Rod, Cane of Samaria, Hammer, Titan's Mitts, and perhaps Boots, depending on Desert Palace layout, and Bow.
Yeah.
But that is a lot of items just
Speaking of the cane, we have found it in Tower of Hera.
AaronDobbe with the plays here. But yeah, I should maybe start talking about random items more often, so maybe let's see if it works. Master Sword. Nope, it's a compass. I tried to use the commentator's blessing for good this time.
We can only curse, we cannot bless. So I'll keep on DududeDude's end. Let's see where he goes as AaronDobbe is fighting Trolldorm.
Yeah, I don't think Dude has found any items at this point in Skullwoods, and he's not even opting to check that one chest in the middle, so let's hope it doesn't come back to bite him.
Oh, you opted not to choose that one? That's interesting. Oh no, he did open it. It's the small key.
No, the one in the middle with the guarded by the 2 Gyptos and the 2 jellies.
Oh, that one. Oh. Okay, I was looking. I got the feats mixed up.
And Aaron just one hammer hit away from killing Moldorm with 2 hearts, so he needs to be a little bit careful. And I think he's down to 1 heart right now, so he needs to be really careful at this point.
Gets it up, and we got a heart piece on DududeDude's end, and Trolldorm, please don't have the map. You have a bottle with a bee in it.
So Hera giving 1 progression item and 1 fetch quest item, that is not bad at all. But I'm actually surprised that Dude didn't opt to try and clear out Skullwoods though.
He probably does not feel comfortable. And with 7 hearts and green tunic, would you feel comfortable, especially with no magic and no bottles?
Yeah. Well, I do think that no magic is an issue indeed. He can't even open the Skullwoods entrance.
Was that a floating island?
Let me quickly check. It's a green rupee. I just checked the restream for it. So nothing of importance.
Alright.
And these runners tend to check.
I flinched and thought it was the boat for a second there, actually, and I've had floating island lead to boat like twice. At the times I've commentated.
Oh, 1 floating island. Now that would be interesting because that means they would need to find the myths and mirror at that point.
And AaronDobbe finds the shield at Spiral Cave.
But yeah, did Dude already find an item in Thieves Town or not? Oh,
no, he
did
just
now
found
with the heart.
Container.
So this will be another item or ooh,
and there's
bottle.
a blue potion for DududeDude.
So both are runners finding the potion. The only thing Aaron has an advantage is that he also found the cane in the same dungeon, which is a massive find.
Yeah. Also, I think our tracker got a little bit confused. AaronDobbe has the shield, not DududeDude. But I'm gonna let that slide. Blue mail, I'm the sick kid.
Now that would be nice for Dude right before entering all the stuff. But then again, Aaron can actually opt to clear out Skullwoods because he does have a full magic bar and blue mail. And a bee, of course. I mean, bee strats on Moth is best strats.
Yeah, here's the Hellway again.
That 1 jelly is like in another dimension right now. But Dude gets through it without taking any damage, which is quite impressive.
Yeah, pretty impressive as well. Trying to get the what is known as the God Pixel there is actually kind of difficult, but it's so satisfying when you do get it. So AaronDobbe is now getting swag net, and we also get 20 rupees and another 20 rupees. Meanwhile, DududeDude finds the powder!
That will come in really, really handy. Well, he doesn't have any magic at this point, so that was not the best of things.
Yes, but AaronDobbe is heading to Eastern Palace. He will be getting his Moon Pearl in just a little bit. And item-wise, he is a little bit better off than DududeDude.
Yeah, indeed. That 1 trip up to Death Mountain, which gave him the hook shot, got him a fairly solid item lead so far. And the only question at this point is, when will Dude go back up to Death Mountain?
And we have 300 bits from Noodlespoon. Thank you so much for the support. As the main chest has the compass. And AaronDobbe does have the Moon Pearl.
The advantage that Aaron has at this point is he can just hook shot over to the next chest, which will save a little bit of time over Dude's trip here. But But then again, those little things that might actually give the the edge to Aaron in the end.
Yeah. In terms of optimizing his routes, AaronDobbe has everything he needs. And the map at the big crystal blind is the final item.
That was an odd save and quit from Aaron. I mean, we know that there's nothing in Eastern so far, but he just immediately, got out of there after picking up the second chest.
I think he's panicking a little bit. He's worried that Dude has had access to this for a while now, most likely.
So let's see how Dude's blind fight is today, and what kind of awesome, fun blind hat.
Yeah.
It was just a bit depressing what he had. Yeah, his joke. I found his joke a bit depressing, so I'm sorry. I'm not even going to repeat that. Meanwhile, Dude is making quick work of blind. A really solid fight right here.
And he just stole blind's life savings.
Life savings.
Our first crystal on the our second crystal rather is on the board. It's one of the one now.
Yeah, our first 5 and 6 crystal, which is really nice to get out of the way.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting Dude to go to Skullwoods at this point, since he does have the magic.
Yeah, I think that's what he was doing actually, was gonna leave Skullwoods the back half for when he had magic, and he was using the refill from blind to do it.
Yeah, and Aaron's going to Village of Outcast first, so let's hope he does not forget about a certain location in there, which, well, unfortunately he didn't race against me.
Would that happen to be the graveyard ledge?
No, he happened to forget the C-shaped house which had the ice rod, and I've got a feeling that he will never forget about that location ever again. So I'm wondering what his reaction will be at this point. And Dude using the bombos strat just to clear out this room to make it just a little bit easier. But then again, Aaron has that cane, so he can make this room even easier than Dude is already at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't have to pull the statue.
Barely gets grabbed there by the handle, but it was just in time. And realize he does not have a mirror.
And I think that's the other item here. Could be wrong.
I think that was only the first item we saw.
And
not 100% sure on that.
I think he did check Sea House.
He definitely did, yeah. I was watching him if he checked it. But Rando is a cruel mistress. If you forget one thing once, that means that the rest of the runs you do somewhere in the next half a year, you will never ever forget about that one location.
Yeah, I will admit, keeping track of 216 item locations is a bit of a tall order.
And especially if those locations are just those locations which you tend to do extremely early, like Kakariko Village, the well, and all those kind of items. You just think you actually do those just by heart, because it's an automatic reaction.
Yeah, unfortunately that's the case. Alright, we're about to see the moth fight from DududeDude.
Well, wait, Dude also has that blue potion, so he's in really good shape for this fight.
Yeah, really good shape. I don't think he's gonna have any trouble with the moth. Even with the fighter sword. And yeah, taking the heal.
Probably just gonna fire off Moth to death right there, just to get the kill out of the way, which is a nice decision though. I mean, I'd rather spend the potion than...
Yeah, there we go, the moth down. And the moth had... the map!
The map. So the last item is in the other chest that he still hasn't checked.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of interesting to see what we're gonna have for our item here.
And Aaron using the hookshot strats in the hallway right there to, well, really great advantage.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see what Skullwoods has for the rest of the items. Ooh, flippers. So that puts Zora on the board immediately right there.
And not only that, they can now actually start checking the waterfall cave. They don't. That's on sequence as well.
Yeah, indeed.
And I'm surprised that DududeDude walked out. Where?
He's just going back to town because he still hasn't checked the southern part of the Dark World. And I think this is slightly faster over save and quitting from Sanctuary.
I would say that it's actually slower. Because what is he going to go check? He's going to check the digging game Stumpy. He could have done that from going west from west from the bomb shop here in Dark World. After he saved quit and went to Link's house.
Oh wait, he could actually just save quit to Link's house, indeed. That is a very good point. That makes this route a tad slower. But then again, it's probably just to keep his muscle memory in, because he has a certain route which he always takes, and it just involves going south from village.
Yeah, just having that little extra knowledge so you can actually come and check these 2 item locations without having the Titans minutes. It helps a little bit. I wouldn't say it's required.
But in the meanwhile, Aaron is really making that hookshot work for his money. Well, he's making great work of it. I mean, every single tile or something he sees, he just hookshot straight to it. So he makes up a lot of time in comparison to the dude right there. And that is a lot of digs for a validation rupee.
27 digs. I was counting.
27 digs for 1 rupee.
And you're guaranteed the item at 30. So that is really bad. It was 27 digs for maybe a required item, maybe. If it was like maybe 5 digs for some money, okay. But 27 digs for that? No. Terrible.
Worst paying job ever. So yeah, let's go to the cave formerly known as Hype Cave. Let's see what that one holds today. I'm kind of interested, because I haven't seen a real Hype Cave in a long time, and I know they still exist in V27.
Yeah, they do sometimes exist. I think we had one not too long ago, actually, during the tournament.
Don't say that. I mean, I'm rooting for this one.
Or maybe it was during one of the daily races, I don't remember. No, big 20, that's not gonna be helpful. More bombs. Half magic! 20 rupees. And fit through. Mostly money, but that half magic's gonna help a lot.
That was half Hype Cave. Get it?
I'd say it's just money cave with a splash of expansion.
Yeah. I mean, half magic is really nice to find, but not required. I mean, if at this point they would have to get, well, to Ice Palace, for example, that half magic will really be worth its money.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Shadow Man in the chat here. It was a meh cave. Nothing too great, but nothing that was just like Resident Sleeper. Don't ever come here. Check.
Dude deciding not to go into pod and he'd rather check overworld, so let's see if it pays off. And he skips catfish at this point. And I'm guessing that he's gonna do, well, gonna go what Aaron already does and go to Death Mountain maybe?
He's starting at the house.
Oh wait, yeah, he's probably opting to go for all the flipper spots at this point since he found them.
I mean, that makes sense. Floating Island has another progressive shield. That'll be DududeDude's first and AaronDobbe's second when he eventually gets over that way.
I've got a feeling that nobody will ever go and pick that up.
I mean, if they want the... If they think the magic is required, but these two runners are very confident. They don't need shields. Matter of fact, I believe one specific person decides to get rid of their shields, but they are not currently in this race. And a red potion from the hobo. Oh, was that?
What a vanilla bottle, by the way.
Oh, I mean, it came with some free red goo.
Yeah, that is true, but I don't know if you're happy with a bottle from from Hobo at that point, though. But we already found 3 of 4 bottles, so just one more to go. We got our our nice set of items.
And DududeDude taking the warp up to Zora, we'll see what the waterfall cave has. Inside we have 20 rupees. And our Master Sword. There we go. They have some... In terms of fighting Ganon, they have the bare minimum requirements. But they still would love to have those silver arrows. And maybe even a tempered sword, just so they don't have to do spins.
Oh,
and there's the bow!
That is a nice find right there. That means you can clear up Hot and Eastern, both of them. And we know that
bee strats over on AaronDobbe's that has the bees harassing Mothula.
We know that Armos also has an item, so that means we can already clear out 5 of our crystal dungeons. That is extremely early at this point.
Yes. And Zora making
with some
the most expensive fireworks in Hyrule.
Oh, Aaron has to pay really close attention to his health there, and he does. I think he just opts to go for Fire Rod strats right now.
So, in terms of what items left to control people, we're both out. So, you want to change it?
Yeah, I actually would like to change it, but let's just see what it could be.
I'm just gonna outright say the
pedestal.
flute.
I think we both just semi-agreed on that.
Yeah. Because, as it is right now, they don't have a way to get in the Desert Pass, so I think the flute's gonna be the one item that trolls them.
Or maybe book on Trinax, and then book required to get the flute in Desert.
I was thinking a little bit more sadistic. I was thinking flute at pedestal. Book in desert.
Book in desert, and that would be impossible then, since, well, pedestal requires desert.
Oh, right.
But I do like your thinking, though. Or maybe even boots on pedestal, and then Ganon Tower Bicky on torch.
Right, I forgot the desert was the end of my bed.
I always like the bootless runs where you just go into Ganon Tower and, well, I still have yet to see that one chance where you're like, wait, that Bicky is on the torch. I need the boots. Where are they?
Alright, I'm gonna twist it then. It's gonna be... I'm gonna twist it then so this works. Flute on Desert Torch, boots at pedestal.
Yeah, I'll go for that. Or mushroom on pedestal and then required to get boots. Because I just love seeing that you check pedestal and you see a fetch quest item right there.
Yes, but we're seeing the Palace of Darkness. This is the first time we're seeing any of the items here, and we have a small key to begin with.
At least it's nice to know that we have a no possible boot lock scenario though. Because, well, or a bow lock scenario even, because the bow's outside of the dungeon.
Yes. And, I want to say they actually... Didn't they update that logic today?
They did, but the tournament is still working under a slightly older version because, well, we hit group stages 1v27 hit, so we can't change the logic just yet.
Alright, that makes sense. So it's only for that. Probably should have also briefly mentioned that you guys want to play a more festive version of the randomizer. We actually have that available on as an option now. So if you want to play with apparently ice physics all over the overworld, have fun.
On the vanilla bit key for Dude.
Yes. And AaronDobbe has found the bow. He's most likely be lining towards it.
Well, I would be very, very surprised if he safe quitted right after Zora, though. Hookshot was in the spectacle rock inside of it, and Aaron decided to go to Death Mountain at that point, where Dude found, well, his Moon Pearl at the same time when he went to Eastern.
And also note, the blue male is at Sick Kid. DududeDude has not yet visited him yet.
Oh, and the Mitsun pod. That is a nice find for Dude.
Yes, it is, and a Smokey there.
So this means that our players are only looking for 2 more items at this point, being the flute and the mirror.
Yeah, they don't technically need the ice rod unless, well, they need to kill Trinex.
This could be a really insanely fast go mode until, well, unless of course Ether is required for Meyer, and we still have no idea where that is.
DududeDude is going straight to Helmasaur King. He is not checking the remaining chest here.
I like this play. I mean, he's just going to kill off Helmasaur, and if it has an item, he takes it off, and if it doesn't, he just clears the dungeon right after. So if he doesn't need to check one chest, for example, it could mean a minor time save over an Aaron, but that minor time save, as we know, that could be the difference between winning a race or losing it just by a couple of seconds.
And I see the Yard Tracker put a pun in the chat. I'm sorry, I can't hold on to that one. Or rather, should I say, I can't grasp the joke in that one. I'm trying too hard.
I would just like you guys to know that I'm completely unrelated to either our tracker or my secondary commentator as far as puns go. But yeah, we're going to see a nice Helmasaur fight. Let's see if he's a friendly Helmasaur today or a, well, pain in the buttocks Helmasaur.
Going with the classic hammer strat. Holding your sword out so that you increase your range, and also keep yourself facing towards the masks.
Well, and all of a sudden the mask just disappeared from Helmasaur. So I'm assuming he hit him enough times, but oh, he's only got 2 hearts left. And he's going to use that red potion.
And down goes Helmasaur King.
Let's see what he drops. If he drops Mirror, this could actually work a bit in the favor of Dude. Nope. At least now he knows where Helmasaur is. I've always wondered if that was a flaw in the logic, though. I mean, compass dropping from bosses so you know where the boss is.
Seems kind of dumb, yeah, in hindsight. Although you can also alternatively twist around and say the boss doesn't know where his boss room is. So he has to keep the compass with him at all times.
It's just his GPS to get back home after a night of, well, spending at Ganon Tower. I get it now.
And now we're seeing DududeDude check the back side of Path of Darkness.
I think he still has 4 items to go, because I remember only seeing the mitts at this point. Oh, and he takes a fall there, so we'll have to reset the room.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, these little Hemosaurs on the bridge can be kind of annoying. Thankfully, he had the bow, so if he wanted to, he could just take a shot at him.
So if he finds a small key in this dark section here, then it means that the chest at the bottom of this also has a small key. Wait, no, it doesn't, actually.
Yeah.
I did not see what he picked up. Oh wait, a small key. So this means that the item, well, just to the south has either a map or an item.
I mean, he still has the entirety of the maze.
Another B-Torp.
That's all of our bottles, isn't it?
Yep, that is indeed our 4th bottle right there.
Combined across all the runners. We know one of them is at Tower Hera.
But yeah, this is a B-Torp confirmed seed already. I mean, 2 out of the 4 bottles had a B in it.
And we find an arrow booster in the maze.
Meanwhile, Aaron just picked up his Titan's mitts as well. He's heading off to the remainder of Pod. And the big chest has the final item, so it didn't really matter if he killed Helmosaur before, yes or no.
So Aaron asking what Aaron's sprite is. It is the Inkling girl from Splatoon.
It looks like Dude's stream is a bit wonky. We'll never get to see what the big chest had unless Aaron picks it up.
Yeah. Now, something that's on the table that neither runner has even thought about checking, the magic bat.
Oh, that is true. But then again, would you opt to check it if you knew that, well, you could keep on doing crystal dungeons?
Speaking of crystal dungeons, it looks like DududeDude is going into Ice Palace. With half magic, it's going to be pretty much a walk in the park here. And yes, follow these runners, folks. They're putting on one heck of a show. They're seeing who is in the 3rd seat of this tournament. Because there cannot be a tie for 3rd place.
Indeed, we have to give somebody that bronze medallion right there. And I think we're just going to get a small refresh on Dude's stream so the timers will actually sync up as well. So the meanwhile, we'll just watch the Inkling sprite from AaronDobbe heading through the dark maze.
And there's arrow booster there. We'll also see what he gets. Unfortunately, I think we missed an item as a result of the refresh, but we'll see it eventually.
And we got a big
bomb
upgrade.
And unfortunately, DududeDude messing up the double kill on the Stalfos has to do a backup. He gets that one as well, but gets the backup, so he's fine.
Aaron chasing the okay, he's taking a death warp, so he's going back to kill Helmosaur after this.
Yeah, he went to clear the items first, then go to the boss.
And it will mean that he will have his 4th crystal after this. This is not bad of a seed, to be honest. And Dude getting the bomb jump. Let's see how he does.
Looks like he's a bit too high.
He has to be slightly careful with his health, though. But yeah, he's got it in 2nd try. Not bad at all.
Yeah, the problem with the bomb jumps is it takes the whole heart off of you with Green Tunic.
I'm actually amazed by the the bomb thing with the Popeye sprite, because it has slightly larger physics than the Link one, and a lot of people tend to use the shadow, etc., to line it up.
And we're in the penguin bowling room, as I like to call it, but Dudude's like, I don't want to bowl, I just want to explode.
Yeah, he just threw a nade at those bowling pins, and well, he got a strike nonetheless. That's the only thing that matters, right?
You only get a strike if you can spin attack and kill all of them in one and go. That's my reasoning with that. All right, checking the freezer chest here. It is our compass.
And dude's still not having the hook shot. That could hurt him a little bit of this dungeon if he doesn't know about the bomb drops, the bomb boost thingies. Bomb
Well,
jumps,
found a small
thank
key.
you.
So that first chest was the big key then?
The first chest was indeed the big key, yeah. So logically, the only thing he can check at this point is that one chest in Colt's there.
Yeah,
because he needs the hook shot in order to get across. And I'm not too sure how familiar dude is with the bomb jump in here, but I expect him to know it.
Meanwhile, AaronDobbe is having what looks to be a textbook Helmasaur fight.
Oh, and he's opting to use the bow where dude opted to use the Master Sword slashes. Oh, and we get the cape on Ice Palace. We've not seen
nice
yet what's in Bumper Check.
Be kind of interesting. And there's the compass for AaronDobbe, and he gets his for crystal. So the question for Dobbe is that I'm gonna ask you: where do you go next? Do you go to Ice? Do you check a couple more overworld spots?
I think at this point he's definitely going for Ice Palace. I mean, it is a crystal dungeon which he can clear with the items he has, so why not? And dude is going to try the bomb jump right here. Let's see if he makes it.
It's an interesting way to set the bomb jump.
Well, he does get it really, really nicely. Well done, dude.
I set up the bomb jump placing the bomb above me. So props him for doing it that way.
The only advantage that dude has at this point is that he can clear out full Death Mountain in one go. So if Dark Death Mountain has an item he needs, that would mean that dude is having a slight routing advantage over the Aaron right here. But yeah, the only item we found so far was that cape, so there's still 2 items remaining somewhere in Ice Palace.
Well, there's one of them, the silver arrows.
I think they're both going to be very, very happy to find that.
No doubt, no doubt.
I mean, just the silver arrows alone just prove its value at the Fitrius fight. Because, well, if I look at their health and the mail, the seed has not been friendly at all in safeties.
And there's the third item, ammunition.
Yeah, but he has to shoot that one from somewhere, right? I mean,
and comparing the arrow count here, DududeDude is in a much better position to fight Fitrius than Aaron is.
I'm a little bit surprised by this route by dude.
He's gonna take the drop hole and then go to Colster that way.
Oh, and dude, slightly missing the crystal switch right there, so he has to set up yet another bomb. And does that with the Cane of Samaria, which he conveniently picked up in Hera.
Yeah, the cane actually does not means he doesn't have to do the bomb jump because he can just summon the block and put it on the switch.
Yeah, I personally think that if you have to full clear this dungeon anyways, you might as well not do the bomb jump if you have the cane. It looks like that's exactly what Aaron's doing.
Yeah, it'll save him a little bit of health.
But yeah, so far, not having that hookshot isn't hurting Dude at all. I mean, he's making great work of the bomb jumps and every single trick in his book to avoid having the hookshot.
And AaronDobbe using the hookshot strats to get through the penguin bowling room, as I call it. Or is it Dobby? I don't know the pronunciations that well. And I've apologized if I've been misspeaking this entire time.
That was a nice fight from Dude, just using the fire rod. I think he had 1 or 2 triple hits even with 1 hit.
Yeah, very clean fight from DududeDude. So he will now have his Ice Fast Crystal. And again, I've raised the question: where does he go from here? It has to be Hera.
I really think he goes up to Death Mountain at this point because he has so little options left.
He can get every item on Death Mountain now. Every single one.
But I don't want to curse this run, but just take a small look at their items, what they have, and, well, the place where Dude is going to next. What question does that pop into your mind? Or, well, more about location-wise.
I would check maybe Turtle Rock. This is the medallion knowledge. Aaron picking up his cape.
It looks like Dude is going to check Bomber Cave, I think, and Sick Kit before he opts to go to Death Mountain.
That would be make perfect sense because
oh, the powder, he also has that. Yeah.
Yeah, checking that in. Actually, both runners have the powder. Because we just saw Aaron using it not even 2 minutes ago.
And the magic bat has a
Curse
book.
of Literacy.
Oh boy.
Well,
this means our runners are a ice rod away from pedestal access.
I think they're gonna check the pedestal. I think DududeDude should check the pedestal while he's in the area. Having cleared them off, there's no better time.
Yeah, indeed. I think he's going for it. At least I'm hoping for it. Because both of the items he's still lacking, both the flute and the mirror, can both be on the pedestal.
Yeah. And I actually did misspoke earlier. I almost forgot about the ether tap of being up on the mountain. But now with that, they can get all the items up there on Death Mountain.
Yeah, well, you just know what was happening in the seed, so you weren't misspeaking at all.
Yes, I'm clairvoyant in this seed. Let's just go with that.
And it looks like we're not getting a pedestal check just yet.
No, I think he's gonna check the bumper cave. Actually, no.
He still has
Oh, he's
blacksmith
doing the
route as
blacksmith
well.
route.
Yeah, I think he's gonna take the blacksmith along to the bumper cave, then save quit and head back here.
He's checking the pegs.
I mean, I always hate not having the mirror for the blacksmith route, but well, there is a possibility since a couple of versions that the blacksmith route actually has the mirror, because you can save quit with both the blacksmith and the purple chest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The very first seed I played when they made that change, it actually put the blacksmith up with the mirror. And I didn't read the patch notes, so I'm like, huh?
Yeah, that is not fun when that happens. Well, let's see how Aaron does on
patch notes just to make sure. And we have a pretty good cold stare fight going on.
That was a lovely cold stare fight from Aaron, indeed. Really nice execution.
Yes, only for the map though, but we already know what all the items are. And Frog World Tour has go on it. DududeDude's end.
Yeah, you can only check the bumper cave here, so it will be interesting to see if the cape is required. And it is definitely not.
No. Oh, It'll help them win the Ganon fight, at least.
Yeah, but do you really think that our runners need it after having 50 arrows in total?
I meant just, as they are now, that'll help them get through Phase 2.
Oh, and Aaron's going to go towards Dark Death Mountain.
Yes.
He's already made some different decisions than Dude that have really paid off in his favor. So let's see what this one does.
I actually heard something fairly interesting. The Light World Dark Death Mountain is actually not called Death Mountain. It's actually called the Hebra Mountains.
I did not know about that.
Yeah, I didn't know about that either until maybe about a week ago. Which, given the locations of Breath of the Wild, that actually makes sense, because there's not a Hebra mountain range anywhere else in the games. And the blacksmiths forge him another section of life.
And it's actually not bad. I mean, just look at their runner's health. They've been in for just over an hour, and they've only got 9 heart containers and well, blue mail. That is not a lot of safeties that this seed has been given them.
No, but they have all the bottles, so they can just fill up with blue potions or fairies if they so choose, because they both have the bug net.
This is true.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm going to just outright say that both of them will die when they want to, and in no other way. Because with the magic powder, they can make fairies, they can use the bug net to catch them, and then store them in their bottles, thus having infinite life.
Aaron's dude, we give bombos for T-Rock.
Yes, bombos for T-Rock, and now we're gonna see what the spectacle, or not spectacle, our hookshot gave.
So the T-Rock dive is still alive.
50 rupees. Jellyfish in the way. 3 bombs as DududeDude's cherry in the purple chest. Piece of heart. And a heart container.
Oh, he's not even doing Spike Cave. That is a weird decision. I mean, he was close in the area anyways. But I've got a feeling that he's got his mind set on T-Rock right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised he went to Dark World first.
Oh, what are those on the... Oh, that is a massive find for Dude. Finding the boots in the lunchbox.
Dude finding the boots. And is heading to desert. With the book in it, he actually can check this place. 20 rubies on the ledge. And I'd like to remind everyone, we have not seen what Agana has just yet.
Or a certain piece of stone in the middle of the forest.
Dead rocks. I think AaronDobbe is going to go up and check the Ether Tablet and then check Spike Cave.
Aaron does not have the book just yet. Which Dude has. But Dude still has not been up to Death Mountain yet, so he still does not have his hookshot.
We have a small key at the map chest. Ugh. I'm slowing down here. What the heck?
He's got 2 items in the desert. What if one of these was the flute that would guide him even further away from stuff?
Well,
and the first one is just a piece of heart.
And we are not boots locked in here, and oh, is Aaron making the play?
He's definitely just going inside T-Rock right now. There's no other option he has left, I think, in his mind. Nope, and indeed, boots were not required at all, so that find from Dude might give him a massive edge over Aaron. And another piece of heart. Will he finish it in case it's a pedestal seed or not?
You have the book. I would say check it first, then clear it.
And it looks like he's just... Well, he still needs Agana, so I don't know whether he's going to clear it out, yes or no. And he's going for... Okay, yeah, he's going for Regina at this point.
Yeah. If he thinks the pedestal is required, well, A, he can check it whenever he wants. But
looking in hindsight, if T-Rock, for example, has nothing, then finding that hookshot early was actually a curse from Aaron instead of a blessing.
Yeah, kinda.
But I have to say, this is...
I have to say, but based on the dungeon layout, the mirror has to be in Turtle Rock, doesn't it?
Mirror can also be in...
Oh, wait. It can also be in one of these boost lock locations.
I mean, I've never been excited for a pet check before, but I really want to see what's on there right now.
And the red mail has been found on DududeDude.
So one more boot slot location left in the overworld, and I expect him to check that pedestal before going up to that mountain, though.
Yeah, just get that knowledge out of the way.
And of course, let us see what is on there. And a mushroom with T-Rock.
And ouch! Getting snacked on there. Thankfully, it does have the powders that they can heal.
And dude is going for the Death Mountain play.
Not checking the pedestal.
But he will find his hookshot here, and I wonder how Dude is feeling right now. I mean, you know where the hookshot is. You know you could access it right after you, actually got out of Kakariko Village. That is somewhere good and somewhere really bad knowledge to have.
And Aaron has caught a fairy for safety's reasons, and we are going to have DududeDude finally find his hookshot. But at this stage, I think he's a little bit further ahead.
Yeah. Oh, Vanilla.
And the mirror hasn't found, but when DududeDude finds his Kate Samari, there's no doubt in my mind he's gonna go straight into Turtle Rock.
I think he'd rather clear out Hera first, since it's a crystal.
He's
he's
gonna clear Hera first, no doubt.
And after that, he'll definitely go to T-Rock indeed. But yeah, we are just a flute away from go mode, ladies and gentlemen.
So, flute on pet can still be a thing.
Indeed, and this was yet another route diversion from Dude and Aaron, which paid off in Aaron's favor. So he's in a really good position at this point. And Aaron not checking Mimic Cave. That is an interesting decision.
Went to get the item first.
Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if he would have hit go mode on the big chest, he would just go out and flute, I guess.
No, because the bird wouldn't be active.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have a bird.
And that's yet another chest with bombs in it. I think we hit our limit on them.
I honestly don't know how many chests there are in the game, but I think they pretty much found every single, bomb chest and arrow chest in the game so far.
Yeah, pretty much. DududeDude now checking mountain height, which we know is not that height.
So 5 more chests to check, and I think they only have 3 more items to go inside of T-Rock.
Oh, I just thought of something here. What if the mushroom leads to ice rod and the green pendant leads to flute?
Then I would definitely blame the seed for doing something that you were not paid to do for.
A forced full double dip into Turtle Rock. Well, not exactly a forced double dip. They could have left as soon as they hit the first floor, but still.
I generally just really hate, no, not hate finding fetch quests, but they're just sometimes so hard to route in.
Samari is in Hera, where DududeDude is heading right now.
And here we go, AaronDobbe with some laser bridge skips without boots. But he has the cape.
Yeah.
The shuffle. I was just talking about those fetch quests, right?
And he only has 5 rupees.
He found all items in here. There's just a small key in this final chest.
Small key.
And Trinex has a map.
Chests, we know Trinex has the map, so there's no other items left in the dungeon, but the pendant could lead to another one.
Indeed. But then again, I mean, finding both shovel and mushroom on there, that is not what you want to see in T-Rock.
Especially if one leads to the ice rod, and again, the green pendant turn-in leads to the flute.
Well, we still have that ether medallion as well, which could possibly be required from Maya.
Oh, but you know what? He's not going to check either location.
He's going straight into swamp, and I totally get this decision. I mean, it's 6 items.
Yeah, it's to make 6 items there. Not only that, but that gets a super bomb online and lets him check 2 more.
Well, and you do know what they say about Swamp Palace, right? It always has a sword upgrade. I mean, it's not programmed like that, but 99% of the time it actually holds true, that myth.
Oh, we'll see if it holds true today.
But yeah, if Aaron manages to find the flute inside of Swamp Palace, the only hope I think that Dude has left at that point is the torch key on the, well, is the bit key in Ganon Tower on the torch.
There we go, AaronDobbe is entering Swamp.
And Dude picking up his 4th bottle, so they're both stacked up on bottles at this point.
Yes. And, did he get the chest with the cane in it?
Yes, he did, I mean, with the hook shot and the boots, it's a really easy chest not to get. Or, well, easy chest to get, I mean, not to get, you know. And Aaron getting the big key of Swamp Palace in a really convenient location right there.
Yeah, and look at this routing here from DududeDude. He's checking Spiral Cave next. I would not be surprised if he opened the portal to Death Mountain and went into Turtle Rock.
I think he's going to open well, he's going to take the portal at T-Rock and then open T-Rock if he can, and then check the Hookshot Cave, etc. So I think that's slightly faster routing at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He goes back on the mountain this way.
It looks like that's exactly what he's going to do with his routing.
Yeah. Smart heads up there. He knows he has access to Turtle Rock and he's going to start diving. So he's going to open up and then check Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny Cave.
The best part about this race, though, is that the longer Aaron does not find the boots, the more Dude can actually catch up at this point. So I think we're actually going to be in for a really, really great race in the end. Oh, and there it is. We have officially reached go mode in there. And Aaron, that's a crystal dungeon. Aaron, get back in there. That's a crystal. I think he was way too giddy with that flute pickup.
I think he was too.
He's going to activate his flute, go into Meyer, and then facepalm himself that he's like, wait, that was a crystal dungeon.
Yes, AalTTP. That gives the advantage once again to DududeDude. Again, at this stage of the tournament, with well, not everything really being on the line. The all-important bronze being on the line. How about that? We get there. And also, get your swag jokes in the chat. And I believe... And the bird has been freed.
And now we're finally going to see if we're actually in Go mode or pseudo-Go mode. Because we still could potentially need that ether medallion.
Oh, you're right. This is our first...
But I do have a feeling that it's just going to be Quake and it wouldn't have to find that ether.
Yeah, early medallions. It is Quake!
Quake.
So you were half right with your prediction. It wasn't necessarily a troll, but...
It was needed for Meyer. I do wonder how Aaron is going to react when he sees that he needs to go back in Swamp, though.
It won't take him too much time, but...
No, I mean, just to realize that he was inside Swamp and then he just left it when he had the flute. But I also wonder what Dude is going to do. If he just opts to dive out of T-Rock after finding the flute, or if he just continues to explore everything. Because at this point, I have a feeling that Dude might feel behind with finding that hook shot that late in the game.
There is no doubt in my mind that he feels behind. And both runners actually have everything they need to fight Ganon, although it will be a Master Sword fight, which is not exactly fast.
Oh, and we get a Godmire as well. That is nice to see.
Now the thing is, it might just come down to what chest they check going forward. Yeah,
indeed, because they still are only on Master Sword, and that is not the easiest fight to execute. I mean, I know both of our runners can do it, but it's not the easiest one to do.
Yes, but if DududeDude decides to open chest along the way and finds a sword upgrade, which gives him tempered, he will be good to go. He will have a huge advantage going into Ganon. Because I want to say the time save at that point is literal minutes on the fight.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, with that mushroom as well, I wonder whether they're going to restock on potions, for example, because they have a lot of money at this point.
I highly doubt it. With the powder, they can stay healthy. And with half magic, they don't need to worry about the resources too much unless they go a little too reckless.
I mean, at this point, Dude knows that there is progression here. He's just wondering which progression. And Aaron is like, well, I just need 2 crystals and then I'm off to Ganon Tower. But I think in the back of his mind, will you actually have that? Like, I might still need the boots for something.
And there's a secret mana movable sprite. That's amazing.
And there's the mirror for Dude. And he opts to clear it indeed.
Oh, and gets zapped by the lightning.
But still a very clean kill, and gets rewarded with the amazing small key of Misery Mire.
Yes.
So that is crystal number 6 for Aaron right there. Only needing Swamp in order to get it to Ganon Tower.
Now, how long till he remembers? Oh.
Ah, okay, well, he flutes to 4, so I think he realizes he needs to finish off Swamp for his crystals.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't do that right when he was in the dungeon.
I know the feeling, though. I mean, you know that feeling when you find something extremely important. You're like, yes, I finally found it, and then you realize, wait, I could just clear out this dungeon because I need it. It's the old piece of candy logic, as I like to call it. You have something in your mind, and all of a sudden it goes like, oh, piece of candy, and you just completely forget what you were doing.
This is completely unrelated, but he reminded me of the Family Guy segment, which that line was prevalent.
Oh, I've seen that episode way too many times.
Yes, getting back on topic though, AaronDobbe is now reopening the dam for the 3rd time. This one being unnecessary, as he could have finished the dungeon when he got into go mode. He lost a couple minutes there at most, but that's time DududeDude can use to catch up.
Dude is not insanely far behind, to be honest, because those boots are making up some serious time in, well, comparison to Aaron.
And on the subject of boots, AaronDobbe is not technically in a true go mode. He is in a what we call a Schrodinger's go mode. Because there is the fact that the torch at Ganastar could be the big key.
Indeed, that would be the most trolly thing I've ever seen, though. But then again, there is a 1 in 22 possibility that might happen.
Yes, we'll get to that in a little bit here once AaronDobbe finishes the dungeon. Meanwhile, DududeDude is checking Laser Bridge. Gonna use the cape. No shame in it.
Finds this amazing shovel and thinks, of course, I find the shovel in here. And there we go, mirroring out, and then I guess he's going straight for Swamp Palace, or maybe he's even going for, I don't know, the Spike Cave? Dude forgetting that he does not have the flute right now.
Oh no, I think he was trying to jump off the ledge, but he can't do it from there. I think DududeDude got confused there for a little bit.
So yeah, will Aaron go straight for Argus or check these bottom 2 chests? And the answer is, let's just go straight for Argus.
He might check this one chest here. It's right on his way, he might as well. Gets the compass for it.
Yep, but knows where Argus is at this point. And we're going to see what Shovel Spot holds.
Oh, we know that going to the dungeon was the right call, unfortunately, but this could give him the edge here if this is Tempered Sword.
Indeed, if this is Tempered Sword, then it could mean he's making up a lot of time. But unfortunately, it's not. And I think he's just going to route this into his swamp check, so it's not an insanely bad route. We just know that, well, it could not have all that much, all that many things.
And it's going into the... Aaron is doing double sword slashes. He has to because of the help of each of these puffs. And dude took the warp to the potion shop. So he's gonna check the mushroom item before he goes into swamp. This could pay off. This could backfire.
Yeah, I think he wants to go swamp in go mode. So he's just checking all these overworld locations,
and
hoping that he finds a flute.
5 rupees. Oh no!
Hey,
and we find the boomerang.
That is the first one in this game. I was actually wondering where they were at. But now we know, Argus was holding on to one of them.
Yeah, so we don't know where the magical one is. What's your preference on boomerangs, by the way? Do you prefer the red one or the blue one?
I actually prefer the blue one, because it's more controllable than the red one.
Yeah, red one's got all the range, but you don't really need the range half the time
Indeed.
unless you're trying to fight long distance. You need to collect something.
But Wolf,
Even the hookshot does
I
its
mean-
job so much better.
I have a small question for you at this point. How many crystals do we have?
Oh, we have 7. So I guess it's time for that game we love to play.
Ooh, I like playing games. What does it entail?
We have 22 chests in Ganon's tower that we have access to. One of them has the big key to go up and fight Aghanim 2. Give us a number, chat, or give us a specific chest even, and tell us which one it is. I usually go with the compass chest, the one that spawns the holes on the right side. I'm all about that right side gamble.
I generally say number 18, just because I like the sound of that number, but in this case, just to get like the exciting race back on track, I'm gonna say 3. It's going to be on the torch.
Well, mine is 6 if you go right, and 22 if you go left first, including Armos. Or 21, rather.
Ooh, the chest that opens up the nice holes in the compass room.
Yes, that is the compass chest.
I have never played this game vanilla. I've only played this rando, so I have no idea what the vanilla location is in GT.
I played this game vanilla long before I played it in Randomizer. I kinda know my way around this game pretty well. But here we go, folks. The barrier for AaronDobbe is going down in 1 hour 26 minutes. So, give it as a rough estimate, I'm gonna say that DududeDude is maybe 5 minutes behind, give or take.
Yeah, dude, but that lead is only shrinking because of the boots that dude has and Aaron doesn't. So number
Yes.
1, a big 20.
And number 2, another big 20. Which means
That
it's
is
the fourth
nice.
left side.
Ooh, here we go, left side. Will we see that big key over there?
We see...
Oh, it is! No! Oh, this is massive for dude. And, oh, Aaron. Poor Aaron.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen! AaronDobbe gets trolled by the boots, and for those of you just tuning in, the boots are at the purple chest, which DududeDude has turned in.
I'm actually inclined to say that the lead just massively shifted towards dude. But then again, I mean, this also means that Aaron is checking more of Ganon Tower, so he has more chances to find sword upgrades at this point.
Yes, but DududeDude is checking these chests down here. Spawn expansion, hard container.
But I can honestly say I have seen everything in Zelda Rando right now. I mean, that was one of the things I still needed to cross off. A forced double dip in GT because boots are required.
I mean, I kind of had one in which it was a forced double dip into a pendant, into a pendant ice palace.
But technically, the game isn't over yet with the calling of the chests, because if Aaron still manages to enter GT before Dude, it would mean it's chest number 22, and if Dude manages to enter, it would probably mean chest number 3.
The guessing game is based on the first person to enter, so unfortunately it is technically 3.
Well, then it's 22, right? Since he can't technically open it. We'll have to contact the creator of the game at this point.
Who is that anyway?
There's our last medallion in the rando room, though, but still no sword upgrades. Where are they? I mean,
you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say they're at the mirror locations. Or at least one of them.
Pedestal and Bomb Boss, that's my call at this point.
And Swamp Alice has fallen to DududeDude. He will be moving on. Actually, did Aaron check the Mire Shed?
No, he did not. He went straight into Mire, which is not a bad call. I mean, Dude as well, he knows he's in Go mode at this point, and I'm pretty confident that he is, well, he knows how to do that, well, the Master Sword Ganon.
Yes, but with him feeling behind, I can't help but think he's gonna find a sword. Try to find a sword.
This race just well went from, well, Aaron's kind of in the lead to what the hell just happened here?
Yeah, it's completely out of the loop. If DududeDude will be, DududeDude has an advantage in terms of having the boots, and will have a very quick Ganon's Tower. But AaronDobbe, checking all the chest items in Ganon's Tower, might get a sword to make this Ganon fight faster. So it really comes down to how long it takes AaronDobbe to find those boots.
The worst part is we still have not seen anything of value in GT. well, it's 300 rupees, but that's not actual value. And he knows he can enter, and he's skipping out on all the chests, so yeah, he knows he's in Go mode, and he feels
he knows he's in Go mode. And we are seeing the right side from AaronDobbe.
I'm guessing we're also going to see a tile room at this point.
And we're going to see one of the new strats as well.
The octopus strats.
No, if you grab the wall, you don't consume magic.
Can you be grabbed right now by a...
No, you can't.
Oh, that is a neat trick right there. I know it works in Hera, but I did not know it works on the hand as well. Yeah, Dude is about to find his big key of Ganon Tower, and he'll be very happy, or Ganon Tower, I mean of Misery Mire, and he'll be very happy to see that.
Tyrone only having a small key, not worth it.
But yes, only 4 chests on Aaron's side to, well, maybe get a sword upgrade.
Yeah, so it all comes down to these next 4 chests if AaronDobbe is going to have a chance of coming back.
Aaron having a lot of issues with the Gyptos in this room, but he finally kills them, and we'll get to see what's on the right hand side, including your torch compass chest even.
We got a piece of heart. Heart container. The ice rod.
Oh no. No, Aaron. He knows
that. Bobs, there's not a sword upgrade in Ganon's Tower.
He knows that opens up the pedestal as well. But he does not have a book to check it just yet. Where are you going, Aaron, first? He's checking Spike Cave out first, I guess?
Yeah, makes sense. He's in the area. The problem is... Wow, actually, I never thought of that. Has there ever been a logic in which you had to go into Ganon's Tower to get the boots from pedestal?
I think there was one seed when it forced double dip in T-Rock. I don't remember which one. But it was Ice Rod being in GT and then T-Rock having the final item.
Interesting.
But Aaron must be feeling absolutely devastated at this point, though.
Yeah, those boots are required, but DududeDude is on the way up. So, ladies and gentlemen, with AaronDobbe not finding a sword upgrade to turn the tide, he is immediately falling behind here.
We are going to see the Pyramid Ferry at this point, so that's 2 different chests that Dude hasn't checked before, and most likely catfish with that as well, which we have not seen either.
Yeah, any one of those locations could be a sword upgrade, but he needs the boots. Which we know where they are, unfortunately. And DududeDude is just going to propel himself into the lead here. I'll say it right now, I think this is DududeDude's race to lose.
Judging
but give
by
it up
where
for these runners, by the
going-
way. They put on an amazing show. As we are winding down this seed here.
Yeah, I mean, I can completely understand Aaron's decisions, though. I mean, as soon as you find that flute, you're like, well, it's a 1 in 22 chance. Why not? And he's just extremely
the odds were against him this time.
Indeed, and he's just extremely unlucky that Dude happened to have, well, to go to the, well, take a different route and do the blacksmith route, which Aaron did not do, which had the boots.
And you only got 20 rubies from that. Never mind the fact that he got the 100 because that was what he used to pay for the bomb in the first place.
But I mean, in all honesty, this seed is why I love Rando so much. You never know what you're going to get until you kill Ganon. And that is exactly why I just keep playing Rando, and I expect why these people love running it as well.
Yes. And DududeDude entering 10 minutes later, roughly. But again, Dobbe lost his great advantage.
And not finding the small key in there just leads him towards that, well, that big key.
And he will be. This is literally, you check left side first, you're in God mode. You have the God Tower.
And I think Dude is actually feeling insanely happy that he found those boots, because he knows where they were and he did not have the mirror at that point.
Yeah, so he saved himself a lot of time. Picks up the small key for good measure and begins his tower climb 1 minute later after entering.
I will be right back.
Alright. So, I'm not these runners, but I have to assume that DududeDude will check the chest up top just to see if he can potentially luck into a tempered sword. We'll see, as AaronDobbe is checking Catfish, and we'll see what he gets. It's a piece of heart. Not even worth picking up. Yes, Michael Vogt, I completely agree with you. Routing is a factor, skill is a factor, luck is also a factor in the randomizer. Do not let that discourage you from trying this out yourself. These are actually insanely fun. I actually enjoy doing these on my own time. And AaronDobbe is checking Meyer chest as DududeDude goes through Gauntlet. Finds the fire shield, which means we know where all 3 shields are, and the tempered sword! So if DududeDude checked the Meyer shed like I thought, he would have found his tempered sword and be in a great position. So, again, it comes down to where these boots are. AaronDobbe's sword upgrade will help him try to catch up. But he needs to find the boots, and the boots are at purple chests. Yeah, tempered is not going to save him at this point. DududeDude is just a little too far ahead. Which is unfortunate. And we're in the Web section here of Ganon's Tower. Nice quick work there by DududeDude. Seru, I'm gonna say far too many. And we're into the last 4 chests coming up here. Let's see if DududeDude decides to check them. And he does. Finds a heart container. 50 rupees. As AaronDobbe, he is checking Checkerboard Cave, which contains another 50 rupees. DududeDude getting some help here. Finds the map.
And I'm back. Sorry about that.
While you were gone, AaronDobbe did find a sword upgrade in Mire Shed, as well as the shield upgrade.
That is a nice place for them. Just a shame that they're not the boots, unfortunately.
Yeah. And Trolldorm 2 is down. Now the question is, will he acknowledge his kill against him? He does for 20 rupees.
And no sword, so the swords are either in Swamp at this point, or maybe on Pedestal, because they literally checked everything else on the entire map. And Aaron is diving into Mire at this point, so we'll get to see what the items are in there though, but we know it's not the boots.
Alright, so here we go. Aghanim 2 on DududeDude's end. That is not a decent pattern to get. This one looks a little bit better though.
Nice double right there.
Yeah,
nearly
nice
a triple.
double. Could be, nope.
Ooh,
not even
balls.
A single hit because of the blue ball.
Nice pattern again though by Aga. Getting another double hit.
So the next hit is lethal against Aghanim. And there he goes. Aghanim 2 is down, and it's now time to fight the pig.
I do not remember how many safeties Dude picked up, but he does have to be slightly careful with a Master Sword Ganon.
I think DududeDude turned in a blue potion, but as far as Aaron goes, I think he has a fairy. And the goal has been met for DududeDude. The Ganon has smashed open the pyramid.
And here we go. And Ganon is lying right there because they did not kill Aghanim 1.
Yeah, got ahead of yourself there, Ganon.
And for the chat, the second race is going to be tomorrow at the exact same time, so 4 PM Eastern time.
Yes. Sadly, I have made other arrangements, so you will not have me on the mic.
Same for me, but you'll be in very good hands with the crew that's probably going to lead this tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
And this is a nice pattern for Dude, effectively using that cape to get as many hits in as possible.
Yeah, this is why the cape was going to become a huge part of the fight here.
I think he only has 2 or 3 hits to go before he hits phase 3. Or did Dude count and he knows that he's in phase 3 right now?
Just try it. Needs to keep going.
And does a decent job of avoiding everything. So just 4 spin slashes remaining, then 4 more spin slashes and 4 more silver hits, and then we're good to go.
Politico says you don't fight Aghanim in Link's Awakening. That is half true. You fight a nightmare version of him, created from Link's fears. But it's not the actual Aghanim.
Did you find the silver arrows? And dude is like, I sure as hell did. I'm happy I got those because Master Sword U is not fun.
Yeah, Master Sword Silverless is not fun. I'd recommend that you at least get them. It's at least nice that he tells you the hint for the silver arrows.
Yeah, indeed. And
one more hit missing to go both of his fire rod shots has to be careful.
And Aaron's still not finding any items in my
I think Aaron just found the butter sword.
He just found a small key, so he still hasn't found any items in.
But here we go. DududeDude has finished. And there's the magic boomerang. And we have an official SRL time. First place within 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 31 seconds. GG's to DududeDude for pulling off an impressive win.
But what a race we had. I mean, Aaron having a solid lead apart from those boots. That was very unfortunate for Aaron.
Yeah, unfortunately for Aaron, the killer was the boots.
But he is in the town right now and expecting him to do the blacksmith route, so he'll find his boots really shortly and he's not going to be happy with them.
And we will be getting DududeDude in here for an interview, so stay tuned for that, folks.
But yeah, what is your overall feeling of this race?
I can't help but feel for AaronDobbe, getting trolled by the boots of all things. This was his race to lose, and unfortunately he lost it to just bad luck.
Yeah, I do agree about that. I mean, Aaron was looking very solid, and he's going to have 27 digs right now for just a single rupee, just to add a little bit of salt to injury. Yeah, we'll also get to see what was on the pedestal, because I was really curious about that one.
Given the items that they all have, welcome DududeDude, and congratulations on your win.
Congrats, dude.
I'm just gonna tell you this right now. AaronDobbe, your opponent, was in Ganon's Tower first.
Wow, that's interesting.
But he did not have the boots.
You know, I had a feeling that might happen when I saw that on the torch, considering where the boots were.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Aaron at that point had roughly a 7 or 8 minute lead over you when he entered GT, and well, we saw those boots being on the torch, and well, I think everybody went like, "Oh no, why is it right there?"
And he did find a sword upgrade. It was in Myra's shed. If you made that detour, you would have had it.
Yeah, Master Sword Ganon is fun though.
Yeah. Yeah, he is currently doing the blacksmith right now.
Yeah, he's probably had a lot of the world to look through for those boots.
But yeah,
he did.
How scared were you when you found the hookshot as late as you did?
That was mildly worrying, but understandable with how I usually route things.
Yeah, because, well, when you went to Sahashala and Eastern Palace, Aaron actually opted to go to Death Mountain, and he found his hookshot extremely early over you.
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't surprise me. I try to avoid Death Mountain until I have to mirror all hook shots, so with my usual routing tendencies, that meant that I was gonna find it extremely late with this particular seed. But on the positive side, it meant I found the boots.
We have bombs at pedestal, it seems.
Just to finish everything off. But yeah, what are your overall thoughts about this seed, dude?
Well, from my perspective, it actually felt really linear, but that's clearly not true, all things considered.
No, that's true, but yeah, I mean, both of you actually converged when you went into T-Rock. I think Aaron went into T-Rock just slightly before you, and he got his mirror and went straight to Swamp, where as soon as you finished off T-Rock, you went to do some overt locations. So you had a little bit of a later flute than him.
Yep, understandable.
Yeah. The only things we don't know is Bombus and the mirror caves, which he's just checked. The one near Haunted Grove, that's 20 rupees. So yeah, the only things we're missing in terms of items between you two is the 4th sword. If you can believe it, because he found Ether and he found Ice Rod in Ganis Tower, I believe.
Yeah, he obviously had a full clear Ganis Tower, I guess.
Oh, he completely full cleared, hoping to find at least, hoping that the
Honestly,
boots are there.
Going by that and going with the locations, I assume we checked it might be Bombo's tablet for not Final Sword in that case.
No.
Unless he checked
Or
that.
Swamp Palace, maybe.
Yeah, it could be somewhere in Swamp, I guess.
He also, your opponent also did somewhat of a little bit of a mistake. He got a little bit jumpy with finding the flute and left Swamp Palace to go do Meyer.
I guess he wanted to double check whether he had the right medallion or not. I just went and gambled on the assumption that out of the 2 medallions I had, that one of them would be the one required.
Yes, and now AaronDobbe is picking up his boots.
And giving a lot of love to, well, Gary.
Putting a block on his head.
But yeah, AaronDobbe is officially in Go mode now, after being in Schrodinger's Go mode for quite some time.
Yes, unfortunately. For him, the race is already over. Yeah,
This
very
is
interesting. Yeah, it was kind of interesting that there was not a singular sword upgrade in Ganon's Tower at all.
I was actually kind of thinking there would be one, but nope.
So
I wasn't gonna
based on
go
what
out
we
of my
know-
way to look there.
Based on what we know, it has to be left side of Swamp. Either that or one of the mirror spots we haven't checked yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you never check Board's Cave, that could be one too.
Grey Ledge wasn't checked and Bombos wasn't checked.
But I mean, overall, this seed gave you not a lot to work with after your Kakariko Village checks. It basically meant that, well, one of your decisions was correct. And the fun part was in the early game that every single time you could make a decision, you would make one and Aaron would make the other.
That was kept things entertaining on your part.
Yeah, I mean, for example, you opted to go into Escape, and Aaron opted to go into Mini Moldorm Cave at that point, and you found the Fire Rod, I believe, and the gloves. And Aaron
yep.
found a lot of love.
It's actually kind of, well, it was actually kind of unusual that to find the gloves, you had to actually go through the front of Escape through the dark path for once, so you don't see that too often in open mode.
If I may interject here a little bit, I don't know how to pronounce this. Ted, just sub. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, thanks for your support. I think it's Ghetto Ted. I'm horrible at pronouncing names.
Let's see. Yeah, Ghetto Ted.
I mean, DududeDude, that's like a song, so that's not that hard. And AaronDobbe, I think it is.
It's Dobby, apparently.
Also, these nice menu time there, dude.
Yeah, just barely over 3 minutes from what I saw. Should be okay.
Yes, I got to say this again. Give a follow to both of our runners here. They put on an amazing race. Coming right down to the wire. And don't forget to give our tracker, Michael Volt, our restreamer, Ellipticus, and also my co-commenter, Zerno, also follows.
Let's not forget about my co-commentator, Wolflink0370. But yeah, dude, you're taking a 1-0 lead on the bronze match right now. So how are you feeling in total?
That's pretty cool. I think that means that tomorrow when we play the next match, I'm just going to play like an absolute. I'm going to make the absolute dumbest, riskiest plays imaginable just to see what happens. Because now I can afford that because I'm one ahead.
Well, there is one player in the main tournament who likes to take a risk, and it does pay off for him. So it will definitely be very interesting to see that.
Something I remember to do and don't just do my usual stuff, or actually I'm really Toro though, so you know, we'll see what happens. You'll just have to keep posting and watch tomorrow again.
Yes, and
Aaron's just going to use this ferry right here.
yeah, that sounds right. So meanwhile, let's go ahead and read off what few matches we have left on the schedule. Once again, we have Zernal and AaronDobbe going once again and tomorrow. But on top of that,
you mean Dude against AaronDobbe?
Yeah, you know what I meant.
No, we're swapping positions now. I'm going to face Zayn again, and you're going to face AaronDobbe again.
Ah, okay, fair enough. So I will play with a 1-0 lead. Yeah, I'll take your risks then.
Yeah, I'll lose to your name though because I lost to him before, so I'm not certain if you want to take that.
And then we have and then on Friday, the 29th, we have our finals with my fellow co-commenter Zernal going against Zayn, I believe. That's the grand finals of the secondary, right?
Indeed it is.
So yeah, that'll all be happening on the 29th, starting at 1 o'clock. And I want to briefly mention here that we are doing daily races over on Speed Gaming, where the public can join us. Tomorrow, we're starting off at 2 p.m. with our open seed. And after that, we're going to have, at 8, we're going to have a Key Sanity Randomizer plus boss on hard. And then, well, we're taking in the 11 o'clock off, as well as Monday off for the holidays. So yeah, no, it's not gonna be any daily races tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow rather.
And speaking about holidays, there is actually a holiday seed up on the Randomizer website, which allows you to play in a nice winter wonderland with the amazing adventures of Link right there in a Santa costume.
Yes, it is indeed. I believe I heard something about ice physics as well, so be ready for those. But yeah, this was just released today, so go ahead and enjoy.
In fact, I made a point of setting up the standard weekly earlier today to be one of those seeds just for the hell of it. I hope people had a fun time with it. I wasn't able to join myself for, well, I was kind of busy with doing this stuff.
Yeah, you had different priorities, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Aaron not having any issues at all with Moldrum 2 and heading straight for Aghanim. So I'm guessing he'll finish up in the next 5 minutes or something. Because he will have a slightly easier time with that tempered sword he has.
Yeah, and maybe he won't miscount the amount of hits he did on Ganon and get an extra cycle on the second phase.
Yeah, I was actually talking to that, like, I think he counted his hits and he knows that he has the right amount. And then I saw, like, wait, he still needs one more hit to that.
And Aaron with a very clean.
He's definitely getting a much better angle at him.
But I mean, you put that cape to great use in the Ganon fight, though. You had a lot of hits in there with one use of the cape in the phase 2.
Yeah, you should. If you have the cape and the Master's Sword, you should always use it, especially if he's up against a wall like that, because it's just it saves a ton of time. And I had a blue potion in the bag. I had a blue potion left anyway.
And there's Ganon being a little bit confused again. He only fought Aghanim once.
Well, maybe he was referring to the triple Aghanim you fought. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, if the race tomorrow is going to be like half the excitement as this race, then I think a lot of people are definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, myself included. Although, unfortunately, I will miss the very beginning of it.
I'll have to see if
be at relatives unpacking presents, so yeah, I won't be able to watch it, but I'll definitely watch the photo.
Yeah. Well, I have a reason I'm going to be missing it, because going back to the daily races, I'm on commentary for the 2 p.m. So
yeah, you're definitely gonna miss the start of it with how long they usually run, which is unfortunate, but that happens.
And Aaron's off to the final phase of Ganon now, asking him if he did find the silvers in Ice Palace.
Oh, this looks to be pretty good. He might get a triple here. No. Misses the opportunity.
And I do have to say, the silvers were in a semi-convenient location, because you did have to full clear ice off anyways.
I mean, technically, you could have avoided full clearing ice if you managed to see it beforehand.
Okay, that's actually kind of lucky on Aaron's part, but unlucky at the same time. He actually got a silverless hit in with the tempered sword. Slash. That is really rare. Yeah, GG's to him. He has finished with an SRL time of 2 hours, 1 minute, 17 seconds.
And his comment is, feels bad, man, and I think we can all agree to that.
Yeah, it feels really bad if you lose to something silly like this.
Yeah.
But like I said before, I mean, this is what Rando is all about. It's just one puzzle, and you never know when you're in go mode until you actually have that Ganon Tower big key. And that's actually what I really love about this game.
And we will have AaronDobbe in here for an interview in a little bit.
But yeah, indeed, like Chad is saying, well, true respect for Aaron to finish off this seed rather than to forfeit all.
Yeah.
He just never forfeits until he literally has no other option left, so I highly respect him for that.
Yeah, I usually don't forfeit either, but I made an exception for the races I did for the semi-final. Yeah, for the semi-finals last week, because, well, we were doing all the games in a row, and, you know, I don't want to wait it up too long.
No, that is true. And it looks like Aaron is in the waiting room, so I'll drag him in here. Good afternoon or evening, Aaron, and good game.
Hey, thank you. GG.
Yeah, good game. It's a shame it had to come down to that.
I'm going to tell you right now, you actually had a significant lead going into Ganon's Tower, but the big key on Torch just outright destroyed it.
Yeah, this feels so bad. Gambling on a 1 in 22%, or yeah, 1 in 22 chance, and yep.
And
coming up on the wrong end of that.
It was also in a little bit of an awkward location.
Yeah, in the meantime, I kind of felt like it was coming when I found the boots significantly earlier. I actually found them before I even went to that mountain, but they never gave me anything. So I was wondering, when are these going to give me something? Well, as it turns out, they gave me the Ganon's Tower big key.
Yep.
But yeah, that's when you were ahead for the most of the race up until that point, in which the tide completely flipped around on its head.
Yeah, well, it's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, just some bad luck today.
Yep. Can't be mad about it. This is Randomizer, what I signed up for.
And of course, good thing that you still have, well, at least one more game tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely.
And, well, I'm assuming that you're just going to make it a 3-game that you'll win tomorrow, and we'll have an epic final on the 27th, if I remember correctly.
I think it's the 26th, at least in the US, around the same time.
Yeah, it's gonna be the 26th for our finals. Like, we're skipping Christmas Day for obvious reasons.
Yeah. So I guess it's time for us to wrap it up here. So from all of us here on the commentary team, myself, DududeDude, our tracker, Michael Volt, and our researcher, Olivicus, and pretty much all of us here at Link to the Past Randomizer. Happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Indeed, happy holidays all. And, well, enjoy your next few days.
Yes. So I'm going to sign off here. I'll let DududeDude close it out his own way. We shall see you all next time. Thanks for watching.
Indeed, thanks all for watching, and hope to see you around tomorrow for Game 2 of Aaron versus Dude. And, well, if it's just going to be half as hype as tonight, then it is definitely something to watch out for. So have a good afternoon or evening, wherever you're from, or morning even in Europe right now. So we'll see you guys later.